Ebenezer, this far the Lord has helped us. 1 Samuel chapter 7 verses 7 to 13. To better understand the far you have come, look through your mileage. You have come a long way to be here, through the uncomfortable seasons of your life, your family, your church. You stuck in there knowing that growth never happens in comfortable zones. So you stood in strong with us as a church, a symbol of bravery, a gesture of gentleness, a crown of excellence is what we can name our ministers. Maturity is marked by responsibility. Amidst the busiest schedules at work and school, each week we see you walking in exhausted but never busy for God. You treasure each Sunday like Christmas for a child. You have laid down your life for God's work. Only a life lived in the service of God is worth living. In 1 Samuel chapter 7, the Philistines had made a norm to attack Israel and root their property. In the previous chapter, they had stolen the Ark of the Covenant from them. Israel had become their small drum to beat anytime they wanted. Familiarity had bred contempt. This time, as Israel was at Mizpah, the rulers of the Philistines went to attack and root their property. Israel pleaded with Prophet Samuel to pray for them and ask God to fight for them. They even sacrificed to God as the enemy lines drew closer. In verse 10b, but the Lord thundered with a loud thunder against the Philistines and threw them into panic that Israel came and killed all of them. The Philistines were subdued all through the days of Samuel, and they never came back to attack. Never again would they attack God's people and oppress them. In verse 12, Samuel took a stone and set it up between Mizpah and Shen. He named it Ebenezer, saying, "This far the Lord has helped us." There is no amount of years we can despise in ministry. Even a full year of meeting as a church is worth celebrating. We deserve to say, Ebenezer, this far the Lord has helped us. When Israel survived the storm of the Philistines, they planted a stone, naming it Ebenezer. The word Ebenezer is a Hebrew word meaning a stone of help. This far through the years he has helped us. When we couldn't run, we walked. When we couldn't walk, we crawled and still got moving until now. This all is Ebenezer. Thank God. This reminds me of Jacob, who left his father's house empty-handed, running away to save his life. The 14 years of his hard work were really hard that at times he would be cheated of his wages. It is now 20 years as Jacob prepares to leave his uncle's place. He can now place a stone and say, Ebenezer, I came as a shamba boy. I now own cattle and sheep. I came single-handed, and now I have wives and children. I ran in here guilty of stealing my brother's birthright. I am now a free man, ready to return home, Ebenezer. This far the Lord has helped us. There are people who easily forget the far they have come, who easily forget the pain of orphanhood. They forget the dark days of working under a bad employer, the bad and tough times, and the pain of renting from a bad landlord. Look through your mileage. You have come a long way to come here. Take every opportunity of meeting as a special blessing from God. Each time you are on your knees is a blessing that many are in hospitals cannot get. As a church, we have come a long way to be here. What took others 10 years, we could have made it in just a year. So the Philistines were subdued and they never came back anymore to oppress the children of Israel all the days of Samuel. Unending familiarity of the Philistines was done by God himself. He did not want them to repeat their attacks on his people again. When God stops your enemy permanently, we call this living under the shadow of the Almighty God. Thank you for listening. Ebenezer, this far God has brought us. Patrick, Living Word Community, God bless you.